Hey y'all, Irix Guy here, and I want to do a follow-up review of the Rolex Submariner 114060. Now, I bought this timepiece in 2014 in Cayman Islands. Authorized dealer there. I knew exactly what I was looking for. Marquise was an awesome salesperson for the Submariner. And again, when I went in, I knew exactly what I wanted. So even though they had the Hulk and the Batman at the time, and that was before the Hulk and the Batman were super popular, I knew that the non-date Submariner 114060 was the one that I wanted because of symmetry and just, if I ever traded or had to sell in the future, it's a classic Submariner, black, black, black. Just very classic, very symmetrical. So, but what I want to talk about within this video is the follow-up, and I'm going to take it off here. I'm going to take it off the wrist and talk about the, from 2014 until present. How has this timepiece held up? What are the positive aspects? What are the less than positive aspects of ownership? So, first of all, Rolex has really stepped it up with this being a 114060. Rolex has really stepped it up, and they have the Serichrome ceramic bezels. So, in the past you had an aluminum bezel, and to show scratches. A lot of people like that, which is fine. They say it gives a good patina, whatever. Some people say this bezel is too shiny. This bezel is shiny, but I think it's shiny in a very polite way. So I actually prefer, and again, this is personal preference, I prefer the ceramic bezel over the aluminum bezel. And personally, I prefer it because I've got an aluminum bezel on my Seamaster, and I ran into a cubicle and caught a sharp corner on the cubicle, and it's got a scratch on it, which is fine. A lot of people say it gives a character, but with this, with ceramic bezel, I guess there's a possibility it could shatter. With that said, I've run into a lot of corners and walls with this. It hasn't shattered. The sapphire crystal on the on the watch has been exceptional. The only thing that I've encountered a minor issue with, you can see the little, what do you call it, pipet or whatever right there, the little luminous piece. You can't see it within this video, but because I ran into a wall, there's a very small hairline fracture in that luminous piece that's in the middle. It hasn't fallen out, but that's something I'm aware of that you may not be aware of. The sapphire crystal on the timepiece, the Serichrome bezel, both of those are pristine. I don't notice any issues with that, no scratches, even though I've run into walls. The case itself, yeah, it does have some scratches on the side, running into walls, running into, let's see if I can get that on, yeah, so you can see right there, there's some scratches, and there's some scratches there. That's running into walls and stuff. You can see a little bit of scratches. Nothing that polishing couldn't take care of. The bracelet, that's something I've been very happy with. When I purchased, my first Rolex, I was going to buy one in 2019. I bought this one in 2014, but I was going to buy one in not 2019, but in 2009, and I didn't, and I'm glad I didn't because at the time, in 2009, the current model Rolex references and the dealers were they were on a very cheap, in my opinion, very cheap bracelet. This has solid end links. This bracelet is greatly improved from the original, in my opinion, from the original Rolex bracelets because they weren't solid end links. I mean, they were just it was basically a really crappy bracelet. You get that jingly jangly sound. That's what you might get from an older model Rolex, older reference Rolex. But this bracelet's nice. Obviously it's got the It's got the glide lock clasp if you want to make micro adjustments. And you can check out my other video. And I'll throw up a YouTube card. You can expand this video's description and click the link there. But you can make micro adjustments with this bracelet. And check out my other video where I show you where to do that. But you can slide this along and make micro adjustments. But it's just a really good timepiece. I mean, I wear this. I wear it in hot tubs. I wear it in swimming pools. A lot of people say, man, I don't know if I'd swim with a watch like that, but that's why I bought it. I mean, I wanted something that I could swim with. I could, take in a hot tub, take in a swimming pool, and just not care about. The bracelet itself, yeah, there's some wear because I wear this quite a bit. It's one of my favorite timepieces. It gets a lot of wrist time in my collection. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it's symmetrical. You don't have the date cyclops. That's something I don't like. If they had the Hulk in the green, if they had it with a non-date option, I might have considered that because I think green's kind of unique. But because the Hulk had a cyclops, I didn't have any interest in it. I like symmetry. And this is a perfectly symmetrical dial. I mean, Rolex has really done everything right with this piece. And a lot of people say, man, it wears big. You know what? I've got a JJ Lecoultre in a 40 millimeter. And that's not a dive watch, but I've got a JJ Lecoultre in a 40 millimeter. And that particular piece, this wears a lot larger than that. And they're both 40 millimeters. So, but what I really like about this, and I was looking at, when I got this, I was also looking at the GMT that's now discontinued with the green hand. This particular piece, it's, the bracelet, what I liked about it, and why I didn't consider the GMT, is that the GMT had a polished center link section. This is brushed all the way. So as far as being able to bang this up, bang it up into walls and, whatever, I mean, yeah, you're going to scratch your watch, but been able to abuse it. This is what I consider my beater. Beater being a watch that I can wear anywhere, and if I bang it up, so what? So, I mean, I bang this thing up, and I mean, you'll see scratches on there, and there's scratches on this side of the case. On this side of the case, too. See? I mean, there's scratches, but, you just gotta decide, is this something I'm just going to keep in a box and stare at, or am I going to wear it? And I mean, that's why I went with the Submariner over the GMT Master 2, is that, see, there's a big scratch right there, see? On the top. See that? Yeah. Yeah, it's bad. But, I mean, all that can be buffed out, but, I mean, that's just, you should choose, do I want to watch this dress only? Or do I want to watch this wear anywhere? And I mean, for a wear anywhere, highly water resistant watch. I mean, this thing, what's it, 300 meters, 1,000 feet? I mean, if I've gone down that far, I've got a problem. So, for me taking this in a shower or a hot tub or whatever, for me, I don't worry about it. And I do it all the time. And I haven't had a problem. So, with that being the case, I mean, this Submariner 114060 is great. I mean, it's a high quality timepiece. Rolex has done a good job, and I'm proud to wear it. I mean, I really am. I mean, this is an exceptionally well done timepiece. So, if you're on the fence, if you're searching for a new timepiece, you're probably looking at Batman and Hulk, and maybe you're looking at Daytonas and this, that, and the other, and you don't know what you want. Maybe you looked at Archibald Chesterfield III, his videos, and he's driven you one way or the other. I mean, the bottom line is, I mean, it's what you want. But what I can say is what I wanted was something that was durable, something with a minimal amount of things to break. I mean, this being a very non-complicated piece. I mean, it doesn't even have a date complication, so there's not even a date to break. But it wasn't just the fact that something might break. It was the fact that I wanted symmetry. So I've got symmetry because I have no date. And I've got, you know, the heightened sense of peace, knowing that, you know, since there's not a date to break, I mean, maybe if it starts, you know, if it's not +2, -2 seconds and I want to get it serviced, you know, maybe I will, or maybe I'm broke and I don't have the money to service it, and, you know, maybe I'm able to deal with, you know, +10, +20 seconds. I mean, who knows? You know, what's the value of, I mean, am I able to fathom spending X amount of dollars to service it if needed? But, you know, this does have the parachrom hairspring, so, you know, it's something that, you know, for magnetic fields, it likely won't be affected. So, I mean, it's a great piece, and I mean, it's recognizable. And, you know, the only bad thing I would say is that, you know, I mean, I'm a watch collector, so, you know, I've got, you know, I've got a diverse collection. But, you know, a lot of people see a Rolex on your wrist and they don't know if you're a collector or not. I mean, the bottom line is that, you know, people that don't even have a watch, if they've got one, they may have a Submariner, because kind of, you know, politically and, you know, in the sales field, you know, Submariner's like, ooh, that guy's done well. You know, it's kind of got that stigma associated with it. The reality is, it's a great watch. It's very well made. But, you know, again, the problem is that you have a lot of non-watch collector types that collect it just because it's a status symbol. It's the Rolex Submariner, and they know nothing about watches. But, you know, I will say, out of all the timepieces that I own, this is among the top. I do have a Ulysse Nardin that actually I kind of like even better than the Submariner. But the thing the Submariner has going is just, you know, the brushed bracelet, the ceramic bezel, no date, no cyclops, you know, just something you can beat against walls. And, you know, you can also, if people see it, they're like, ooh, that guy must be successful, which I don't care about that. But, you know, it is a classic timepiece that, if Rolex continues to perform their annual price increases, it'll probably continue to increase in value. And it's probably, I would say it's probably the most collectible timepiece on the market. You know, not this particular reference, 114060, but the Submariner is arguably the most collectible timepiece in the world. So I hope this video is of value. Again, I love this timepiece. Got it in 2014 in the Cayman Islands. Marquise was great. You know, I went in, I knew what I wanted, and you know, he didn't try to steer me to another piece, even though they had the Batman and the Hulk at the time. And that was before those timepieces were super popular. But I mean, even to today, you know, knowing that I bought the non-date Submariner, you know, I made the best decision. And I have no complaints. I really don't. And I like how the bracelet's tapered, and I like the glide lock and the, you know, the solid end links. I mean, it's a great piece. Now, in today's market, probably not something I would have been in the market for, but, you know, back in 2014, it was a great opportunity. Expand this video's description and then click the link there, and you can find timepieces for tomorrow. Find all of your wristwatch needs. Thanks for your viewership, and be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. And y'all have a good day. Hey y'all, Captain IrixGuy here. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you did, please be sure to subscribe. It's youtube.com/IrixGuy. And ring that bell icon when you do, to be notified whenever I post another video. Thanks for your viewership, and y'all have a good day.